We're back in Watford, and today we're going to be looking at the Dome roundabout. It's a bit of a mini tutorial, this, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll break it down as in how we feel like it should be done.
So today we're in Watford and we're going to be looking at the Dome roundabout, and we're going to be specifically looking at probably the hardest way in which you approach this roundabout, which is a right fourth exit coming from, do you know which direction it's coming from?
It's coming up the A41 from the test centre.
Do you know which road it goes into? It doesn't matter.
It goes into St Albans Road.
Going into St Albans Road. Now, this is quite important because this will give you an opportunity. Let's say you're doing, I don't know, you're doing lessons with your driving with your company driver, your parents or something like that. Then you would probably want to know how and where that is. I'm going to highlight how you can go wrong and how you should be doing it and how you could do it. We'll see how this all pans out. It sounds a little bit confusing.
This is a tutorial video on this Dome roundabout, but there are numerous ways in which you could approach it. And the version you're watching now is the third attempt that we took at this roundabout. So be ready for us having discussions on it and breaking it down so that we both feel comfortable. But to be fair, this could all be cleared up if the council simply painted the lines properly and made this into a spiral. So for all you learner drivers out there, I completely understand why this roundabout can cause you problems.
What you must understand is when you're driving, there's a lot of grey area, right? So as long as you do it safely, you can get away with doing it maybe not textbook. But I kind of feel with a lot of these junctions, where's the textbook?
Yeah, it's dead.
If we lived in a perfect world, right, and they gave us the perfect roundabout, you would know exactly how you should be doing it every single time.
Yeah.
But are they like that?
No, definitely not. This is why I feel like some roundabouts really can catch people out, because a T-junction's a T-junction. Crossroads have got certain rules. Roundabouts, chop and change depending on what exit you need, what lane you need. There's just a lot to them.
Is it a spiral roundabout?
I feel like they can put floor marking, road markings, so it becomes a spiral roundabout. It will make it so much easier.
So it's not a spiral?
It's not.
What is the difference between a spiral roundabout and a roundabout?
So the lane markings will push you out into your exit.
Right.
Yeah?
So whichever lane you're in.
So whatever lane you're choosing, if you choose the correct lane to start with, depending on what direction you're going, it should push you out into your exit.
An example of a spiral roundabout is this one, which we shot on a previous video. Here the road markings clearly indicate where you need to position for the exit, and it does make your life so much easier. With the Dome, you've got to be ready to check mirrors and potentially signal when appropriate to get into the correct position.
It will lead you to your exit.
It will lead you to your exit.
That's a spiral roundabout.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes things easy, doesn't it?
100%. But if you compared them, you're doing the exact same movement.
So the Dome, you've got to be ready to change lanes.
You have to be ready to change lanes.
Okay, it does give you a little bit of a safety net though, because if you know you're going to have to change lanes regardless, is at what point you change lanes. And what is the safety net on all roundabouts? So you find yourself in the wrong lane.
Then continue to go around or continue until you can exit safely.
And if you do that, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're absolutely fine. Just like always, like, comment and subscribe, because it really does boost the video, pushes it out to a wider audience. Really do appreciate that. If you're interested in doing a mock test on the channel, then I'll put my Instagram down here. Follow me, send me a DM, and then we can talk about it. I can't guarantee everybody. So when we see you next, we'll be starting this thing, heading out to wherever we're going. Yeah, whatever. It's in a second. I don't.
Yeah, whatever. See you later. Peace out. Yeah. Safe. Whatever. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying when we see you next, because just to move on to it. When we see you next, we'll be starting this thing.
After that little debacle, we had parked up close to Test Centre, and that is Watford Test Centre there. Just to give you your bearings, we then make our way to the Dome roundabout.
So if you're coming out of the test centre, you would have turned left out of the
gates,
test centre.
left, end of the road, left, and roundabout, left first exit.
And then we're going left on this one, yeah? Okay, so we're now heading down towards the Dome, yes?
Towards the Dome.
And as always, in our videos, there's always little extra nuggets of information. Tommy is just full of them.
Got a little trick here. Can you see the bridge that goes down?
Yeah.
Your speed limit's going to have to go down as well, because at the end of that bridge it changes to 50 miles per hour, mate.
I like it.
So it's a good little reminder.
So the bridge goes down,
your speed limit
goes down. Sing it with me. When the bridge goes down. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that. You have to watch that video. That's a different video.
I can't deal.
You can't deal.
I can't
now.
Well
I don't
done.
like this. I don't like this. I've reduced speed. Check in mirrors. Really, the best thing for me to have done there would have been to
observe that right lane as you're coming towards it.
But what was I singing?
You were saying if the bridge comes down, yeah. your speed comes down.
And yes, here's another section of the video that we can add a little bit more value. Driving on a road like this, when you've had a slip road go up, you should be aware that the slip road is coming down. And as the slip road is completely invisible, it might be worth anticipating a vehicle being there, in which case you could change lanes. It is of course your priority, but you certainly don't want to be meeting at the same time. We are about to hit the Dome roundabout, but before we get that, we have a little discussion about why it's important and how you can remain focused for your test.
What's the difference between unconsciously and consciously skilled?
So unconscious is when you do it without thinking it, or just naturally do it, probably from repetition.
And consciously skilled is
you're thinking about it. You're thinking about step by step how you're doing it and what you're doing.
thinking through your process. You're very much in the moment, right?
Yeah.
When I'm talking to you and I'm having a laugh like that,
Yeah.
what level am I driving at?
You're not thinking at all. It's just naturally.
So it's unconsciously.
Unconscious.
It's unconsciously skilled. When it comes to your driving test, I mean, ideally, if you're learning to drive, what level would you want to get up to? What level would you want to be?
You don't want to be thinking all the time about how you're driving. You want to be unconsciously at some
right?
point.
But what level should you drive your test at?
You're thinking all the time, consciously. 100%.
The moment you go unconsciously skilled, I don't care how long you've been driving, you will make a mistake. Think about your process the whole time.
So,
top tip.
Top tip with Tommy. All right, so
top tips with Tommy. If you want to see a playlist, with top tips from Tommy, top tip.
Pay attention.
Top tips from Tommy.
Let's get serious. We're going to turn right, 4th exit at the roundabout.
This is it here.
Yep.
So from here,
I would have done mirrors.
I'm going mirrors and signal. I'm moving across. I was kind of sitting in the middle there.
Yeah.
But the road, looking in the mirrors, it hadn't quite split into two yet. So I'm in this lane. Don't get caught out by this, because that, even though there should be a road marking there saying that's right turn only, you don't want to be there.
Don't want to be there because that will take you into Tim Hortons and Sainsbury's, and you don't want to be furthest left.
There's the Dome roundabout.
All right, so
now right 4th exit.
On previous videos, quite often I get people commenting that why is it right 4th exit instead of the 3rd? And it's because this exit goes unnoticed. You will see it in the video, but this is just to show you on the sign.
So mirror signal. I need to make sure my discipline is good there as well. So I'm in discipline. And now I'm going to look at that. I should have paid attention a little bit more to that sign on the approach, because you do want to be knowing exactly where you're going. But I know where I'm going, and it's there.
So let's do this.
So here we go. So I'm entering.
Aim for that grass there. Keep you nice and safe away from these cars.
They get a bit close, don't they? So count your exits. 1.
Off the gas I do here. And
Off the gas. Okay, so we're coming around. So mirror here.
And left lane. It's that signal that you want cancelled there, isn't it?
I don't like it.
Do you not?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it.
You do it quite quick. We'll do it again.
Do you know what it is? Because that right signal is on. It's just somebody there could just go.
But that's why we were saying about cancelling the signal.
Yes.
And just to make this so you're completely clear of what it is we're talking about, it's this lane change here. Although really it's not a lane change because there are no lane lines. And my concern is simply, what if one of these vehicles on the left suddenly decided they wanted to turn right? But the next time we do this, we do settle on a preferred method.
We'll do it again, yeah?
Yeah.
Then you'd
so my signal's
left.
off. The reason why my signal's off and not on is because of this junction here.
And then that's your left.
And then the left signal comes on.
You see the lane? I know what you're going to say. All right, cool. We'll go, because I want to get you straight back round.
No. Listen. I think there are a few ways to do that roundabout. Did you want me to turn around there?
Yeah, so we can go straight back to it. Take this little left here.
We're going to go back to it. That's a dead end.
Yeah, but we'll spin it around. And then we're going to come out and go right, so then we can just go straight back to the roundabout.
So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some of Tommy's skills, because Tommy is a top man, right?
Top tips for Tommy.
I'm a learner driver. I've just lost control. I've stopped the car. I'm too nervous.
Bro,
I'm too
this
nervous.
is getting edited out.
I can't turn the car around, Tommy. Tommy, can you turn the car around?
Roland.
Tommy.
What?
Turn the car around.
What, do you want me to do it from this side?
Yeah.
You want me to do it from this side? Can you steer for me? Is that all right? Can we work as a team here?
Should we do it together?
Can we work as a team?
If I had a camera down there, like, do the pedals. Because they'll just think, well, I'm doing it.
Because I can do it from this side, it's fine. I can control our speed. I just need you to steer for me because I genuinely...
Do you know what? This is a really horrible tight road, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it might not be 3.7. We could use a roundabout up there, but I mean, if you want to see my skills...
Is there a roundabout there? What are we doing? Do you know what? If you want to see Tommy turn the car round, yeah?
I could do it
From
from this
that
side.
side.
We'd have to just work as a team.
Of course,
Yeah?
Of course you can do it yourself anyway, can't you?
Yeah, I just don't want to lean over you and invade your space, so we work as a team.
Tommy.
Yeah, such a...
You can do it in a professional way, Tommy. Right, here, we're
Okay.
coming round. Do you know what?
This was tight hit. Good. Yes, I can't deal with you.
Do you know what? We're not always serious, but we do give good information.
We're never serious where the information's good.
And after we've spun the car around and we get ourselves back round the other side, we have the second attempt at the dome. And this one definitely makes a little bit more sense.
Okay,
Right,
so here we
so
go. Let's do
right
this again.
fourth
So
exit,
I'm going to
right?
do it. I'm in your hands,
So
Tommy.
we're going to go mirrors,
Mirror, signal.
We're going to stop at the traffic lights.
That's all right. We can
That's
wait at
fine.
the traffic light. It's all good.
Even, look, floor markings from here. Road markings,
You're in the right lane.
And the right lane is saying go which way?
Right.
Middle lane saying what? It's not giving you two options.
I'm just thinking defensive driving.
No, I get it. I'm just
I'm
saying.
purely coming from a defensive driving perspective, and I'm just thinking, could somebody do that to me? And if I was by myself, I wouldn't do it that way.
So this
Because I'm confident that I can lane change. I wouldn't do it that way, and I actually see that as less risk. So let's say, for example, I couldn't get out because of all the traffic. What could I do again?
So we can go back round. Yeah?
I could go back round.
So,
okay, then we're doing it this
cancel
way.
your signal.
Cancel the signal.
We've got left turn, straight ahead, right turn only.
Right, so
yeah?
if we cancel
Off
signal
the
from
gas.
here, let's see. Now, I'm checking my mirrors. I would
And then
advise
now,
checking the mirrors
That's it.
here.
This is the point where you have to check mirrors, and that's our change.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Did you see my left?
Yeah, you wanted to signal left to say you're going to move across
Just
to the left.
flash it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just a flat, and then cancel immediately.
The only reason it's the same with that flash are people thinking you're in the wrong lane and want to go there.
But could I from there? Can I? But if it's just a flash,
This is my last
it
tip
just
here.
warns.
Stick as close as you can to this left curb.
Right here.
Because then it keeps you
Here.
out of that middle lane and drift,
Right.
and then just your
And then-
mirrors and signal.
and then
Done.
we're on.
How's your heart rate now?
That felt better. Should I turn around here?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay. All right. That felt better. Do you know what it is? I think it's just paying attention to that left wing. there.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on it, making sure that people aren't going to do stupid stuff. Where
So-
can I turn around here?
And that's the key. It's being aware of what's happening on your left-hand side and not confusing anybody with a right turn signal. If you're going to tackle the dome roundabout in this way, that definitely feels a lot more comfortable. If you demonstrate to the examiner any lack of awareness on this left-hand side, it's going to go against you. Make sure you're aware. And then the final way to do it is coming up next. It is my preferred method. However, I can also see why it's quite tricky for a learner driver to get right.
So the other way you could do this, but it does involve a lane change, and at a busy time, actually today could be the
gonna
day
be,
that
yeah.
I could get caught out. So let's see if I do, okay? But you must be good at lane changing if you're going to use this method. I think your method makes it a little bit easier for the learner driver because they don't have to deal with that,
And that
last
panic
second.
of
Yeah.
I need to get over there instead of all right, I can't, and I'll go the wrong way.
So mirror signal to the right. Do I even need the right signal? That's the question. So I'm going to leave it on. Let's say that's what I'm doing because this is another way that you could do this roundabout. Cool. And as I come round here, I'm not going to do it. He's done it.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to position here. Let's see, can I get out? All my mirrors. I'm going to put my left signal on. I change lanes once. I change lanes again, check my shoulder, and I move across, and I'm out. Now, I am an experienced driver, and I know timing. I knew I needed to move off roughly at the same time as that car that was next to me. So that created a separation gap between me and the vehicle that's behind me right now.
And that really is the key. I must move off almost simultaneously to this white car. If I don't, the space could be too tight, making it almost impossible for me to get across. And if you put your signal on immediately, everybody knows you need to get across. If you've picked this method and you don't move off simultaneously, my recommendation would be to go around again.
If I don't do that, if I don't get moving, there's not going to be enough time. There won't be that separation gap for me to get in. There's also the problem that if that car behind accelerates quickly, it's going to make it harder for me to get across. Is that the hardest one on that?
I suggest that's the hardest one. It's that lane change. The one thing I will say, you know, when I said cancel your signal,
Yeah.
like you said, if you don't check your mirrors at that point and you move across to that left lane, serious fault.
Oh, you're in trouble.
It's serious fault straight away.
When we say you got to do your mirrors, if you're not checking mirrors when you're changing position, you're simply not ready for your test.
Yeah.
You're simply not, because if you change position, there's somebody there. It doesn't matter. We talk about mirrors. I'm talking about awareness, actually. I'd rather say if you're not aware of that left-hand side and you just come across, then you're not ready to drive by yourself. And therefore, if you fail your test for that, be thankful that you did. Because
later on down the
line, it could be a hell of a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
If you want any more information about different ways in which you can approach the Dome Roundabout, then hit me up in the comments, let us know, and then we can maybe put something together for you. Whether it be me,
Yeah, we could do
whether it be Tommy,
every entrance,
or whether we
every
do it
exit.
together. Yeah, it's possible.
Literally.
It's possible. This is like, but this one is the nasty one.
Yeah.
This is the nasty one. If you get any value from the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you like more content, and then I will see you in the next one. Get well out.